Nike put Shedeur Sanders in a global FIFA campaign, and he's the only NFL player in it, y'all. And now he's trying to do what the entire NFL and his licensing income at $17 million. Baby, like the most marketable player in NFL in football before you even take your first, well, second year, but first starter snap, right? The NFL, as a fifth round pick, by the way, the NFL seems to be still trying to figure Shedeur out, but Nike already figured him out. Let's talk about it. To go ahead and check in, you guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You can even hype me up, hype me up. Most importantly, though, I want you to subscribe to the channel, share, like, comment, give me an algorithm, y'all. You know how we do Black Cultures Lit TV, where we talk about the hard stuff that people just ain't talking about. They don't want to deal with the psychology behind why people behave the way they behave, and that's cool. That's cool. We'll do it. So, y'all, these folks that sat up here, what's going on? These folks that sat up here. Oops, hold on. Let me go back. Y'all, these folks that sat up here. Why is it? Hold on, y'all. It won't stop. Okay, I think I paused it. You guys, these guys, the NFL, then sat up here and played in your face for 365 days. They have played in your face for 365 days. Because I don't know why y'all believe these folks. Why did y'all believe them? Why did y'all believe them of the value of Shedeur Sanders? Now, I've been telling y'all this from day one. Day one about the Hunger Games. Matter of fact, let me cue up some music. I've been telling y'all this from day one. The football conversation and the culture conversation are two different conversations. The culture, meaning black culture, yes, is telling y'all something about Shedeur Sanders to you. The aunties, the uncles, the cousins, the nephews, and we can get talent by white people. They have been challenging us on the value of divorce standards. And it may be 2 years, but for sure, 1 year. They've been trying to tell us the value. They've been telling y'all this to do what? So let's start with this. The FIFA right there. The FIFA campaign. Nike. Let's start with Nike. Nike don't accidentally pick people. Okay? And mind you, he's the only NFL player on this three-part image. It's three parts to it, but this is the part where Shedeur is pictured. So I didn't put the other two you know, posters up because it didn't make any sense. But it's actually a lot of different athletes on here, and Shedeur is one of them. Nike got access to data. They do. They got access to all the trends. They got access to the marketing experts, and out of every single NFL player, every superstar, every MVP, every Hall of Fame, they put Shedeur in the FIFA campaign, y'all. Like, stop playing with us. Stop playing with black culture. Stop playing with the culture.
Say we doing too much, but belief look different when it come from us. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? Hey, if it wasn't power, wouldn't bother you. Hey, we just see what we see and stand on that.
Hey, we gotta rub this in their face. We got to.
It was never just football.
Let's keep going.
It was always about who's allowed to believe out loud. Why you mad?
Now,
Why you mad when we support?
as I said, Nike featured Shedeur in the FIFA campaign, the only NFL. Now, not Mahomes, not Lamar, not Josh Allen, not Burrow, not nobody, but Shedeur. Why is that, y'all? How did he become the face of Nike? And I know people gonna say, "Oh, his daddy," as like that's an insult. But here's what's important. Here's why this is important. Now, this is the real message. Because some people still trying to evaluate Shedeur strictly as a quarterback, right? Nike is not doing that. Nike is evaluating him as culture, y'all. Nike is evaluating him as influence. See, that's the part that the other white meat don't get. A Nike evaluated him as a brand partner and power. Nike evaluated him as attention. And baby, attention is currency in 2026. So the NFL, you failed. NFL, joke's on you, NFL, because the culture, right, won. We won. The culture won. We won, y'all. And I can remember my exact message to the NFL when he slipped to the fifth round. You know what I said? I told the NFL, I said, black culture will never forget this. That was on the first day of the draft. I went on TikTok and I said, the black culture will never forget this. Because I felt it. I felt it. I knew this was going to become the Hunger Games. I knew it. So let's keep going. Mm-hmm. Now, in my opinion, Shedeur and Travis is probably the only two, it's probably a few more, but the only two that I've seen actually have an NIL deal, name, image, and likeness, where they use their name, their image, and their likeness to promote these products. Nike was one for Shedeur, and it's a whole lot of them. Gatorade, he had the thing with Tom Brady. He had about 10 brands in college that he would, and that's how he was able to help the other players bring money in to Colorado and Jackson State. But more so Colorado, because I think that's when his NIL increased, right? So now I don't even think they go about it like this, but they were the ones who were doing commercials and uh, pictures with Gatorade and all this other stuff. Him and Trav. So Nike saw the value, right? Nike saw the culture, the influence, the brand power. The NFL did not, and still don't. I don't think. Let's keep going because this is really deep, y'all. Now let's talk about that $17 million that Shedeur is there. That is on the tip of everybody's tongue today, because this is how the internet works. But here's the thing: Nike been knew the value of Shedeur. They knew what time it was. You can see it right there on the screen. Nike already knew what time it was. And this is the part that made me sit up this morning when I got that notification. Now, according to the NFLPA report, which is the National Football Player Association report, yeah, them. Shedeur Sanders generated approximately $17 million in a group licensing deal income, right? So, and just to let y'all know, when they do that, that means they don't own the brand. They don't own. When you do a licensing, you're like it's like a rent. It's like you're renting out your name, image, and likeness to these companies to promote the brand, right? So this young man, generated approximately $17 million in group licensing income outside of the NFL. Uh, look, chump change they gave him. No wonder he was confident. He been confident. No wonder he been sitting looking at the NFL like, if y'all only knew. This man got $17 million this year. 17 million, not seven. 17, y'all. And guess who came in second? Just guess. Travis, y'all. And that's if you don't know what that is, that's a picture of his daddy with the same shoes that he brought back, y'all. And I'm talking about 20, 25, 30 years apart from each other, if y'all don't know. Okay? So Travis came in second, his running mate, his brother. And Travis grossed $12 million in the group licensing income. Can we get him? Can we really? Can we really? Come on, guys. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I love it. I love it. This is the bomb, y'all. This is the bomb. I am so happy for them boys, man. You been doubted like that, and then you turn around and you flip it like that back on them. That is the bomb. Straight up. So now, Bucky did an interview. Let's see if I can find it. And he kind of went over, if I saved the right video, you know, a little bit. Nope, I did not, of course. Okay. I'm not going to try to look it up here. But let me tell y'all something, though. And this is what people is missing from this. I don't know if people understand what this really means. I don't think y'all understand. This means, y'all, the two biggest football brands in the country still moves the needle. And who is the biggest two football brand? Nike. And I want to say Gatorade. Football brands, right? They sponsored Shedeur. So when you look at these brands in the NFL, who's crazy? The NFL. Because what they forgot is that Shedeur have culture. This is a new day. And that's what they missing, y'all. That's what and this is what racism does, right? Because racism caused stupidity, right? Because you're so hung up on hate that you miss the bigger picture, right? And they missed the bigger picture, the NFL. Because somebody is at my door, y'all. I'm sorry. Somebody just pulled up to my house. Who the fuck is this? I don't even know how to pause this. Can I pause this? I don't even know who that is. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. So this is what people have been missing. See, folks keep talking about draft positions. I'm sorry. Folks keep talking about the fifth round. That's all they got right. You know how they do. That's they want to rub our face in that bullshit, right? Oh, he the fifth round pick. Dude, he just made $17 million from NIL. So rather he is a fifth round, rather he is this draft position y'all keep talking about, it don't matter. Hold on, y'all.
They mad cause we don't wait for headlines. We don't need experts to validate mine. We don't whisper belief, we declare. That level of certainty scare them right there. Support ain't a crime, pride ain't a sin. We just tired of letting them move the pen. So we speak, we post, we stand on the truth. If that bother you, ask yourself who's who. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? Hey, same faith, y'all show yours, we show too. They say calm down, say we doing too much, but belief look different when it come from us. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? Hey, if it wasn't power, wouldn't bother you. Hey, we just see what we see and stand on that. If that make you mad, well imagine that. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? It was never just football. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? It was always about who's allowed to believe out loud. Why you mad? Why you mad? Why you mad? Why you mad when we support Shedeur? Same faith, y'all show yours, we show too. They say calm down, say we doing too much, but belief look different when it come from us. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? It ain't worship, it's respect, that's true. Y'all call it passion when it look like you, but when it look like us, it's an issue too. Why belief only valid when it fit they face? We see greatness early, y'all say wait your place. If he confident, now he arrogant, but cocky turned to leader. If the skin change, every fan base allowed to dream loud. Paint they face, scream proud in the crowd, but when we say that's him, now it's biased.
So like I said, y'all, folks keep talking about all this fifth round draft pick, but are you gonna talk about the $17 million nephew just made? Huh? Is they gonna talk about that? Fifth round pick who made 17 million. And look, he made more than JJ Wyatt, y'all. He made more than probably the majority of the rookies that got drafted as a fifth round pick. Because y'all can keep talking about where he got picked. Meanwhile, the marketplace was saying something completely different. Nike was saying something completely different. Gatorade was saying something completely different, y'all. They were saying, we want Shedeur. That's what they were saying over the NFL. Now, let's go and see What's Shedeur been up to? Because I haven't really been following him on as far as like the OTAs and stuff like that. Because I think it's tedious to follow him around to see what he's doing every second of the hour. But you got some people who that's is what their content is. Um, Let me see. Let's go check out FB things. He's pretty to the point about Shedeur and where he is at on the chart and all that stuff. Let's see. So yeah, let's go see what Shedeur been up to. I haven't checked on him in a while. Like I said, got a lot of people out here who do, so I just wait for them to upload their stuff and then share with you guys. But it's just crazy how these racist people are, and it just racism just breeds so much stupidity that it's just sad in 2026. You know what I mean? That these folks out here still behave this way. Yeah, so let's see what Shador has been up to because, like I said, I don't be checking out his every move.
Things is back in the building last few days. Don't worry, I'll be back in my setup. But I wanted to take a little time as OTAs this week finished up and kind of not do a recap, but focus on some of the things that I think a lot of people aren't focusing as much. Now, you guys in my comments have been pointing it out. I've been saying it in my videos, but I think it's becoming more and more apparent that, look, Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson are working on completely two different things, right? I think Shedeur Sanders has taken a very great approach at whether the coaches are telling them directly or he's taking it upon himself. I'm assuming the coaches are kind of leading them that.
See, they won't allow them to develop. They got to comment every day about the progress. Let them. Can they like practice? Like, can you imagine you make the team and every day the media is there to see how you're doing? Like, golly, can we develop?
Way. But regardless, kind of coming to task and really answering the question of, hey, Shedeur, what do you not do best? Or not do best, but, what have you struggled with in the past? We know that your explosives are great. We know the deep balls are amazing. We know when you stepped on the football field, big plays started happening. We're not really worried about you stretching the football field. What we want to see you is, hey, take the layup. Shout out to Tyvis Powell. I think he said it pretty well, pretty good as well. Like, we're not afraid that, or we all know Shedeur can make it happen, right? If I have my "it get dangerous" button, I would, what I'm saying, I would let the people hear it. But I want to speak to it. Now, one of my favorite coaches, I think he's technically a part of Cleveland media. Again, very positive part of the Cleveland media, though, is Coach Lance Riesland. I love what he does, former high school coach. He really breaks things down. And, y'all know Tings knows a little bit about football, but I consult people who know more about football. And I want to speak piece by piece about the intentionality that Shedeur Sanders is putting in to, continue to improve. Now, Deshaun has looked better. Or has looked better than previous, right? He's looking good too, but we're talking about a man who, just a year ago this time, everybody was saying that he will never play a game, never win a game. Now we're talking about a Pro Bowler who has, Browns records, NFL records, different things of that nature. So let's talk about it, right? Coach Riesland says, hey, nice work here from Sanders down in the red area. He does a great job keeping the play alive and finding Boston late in the progression. Boston secures a catch and gets vertical immediately. And these are those very small things that, when if Shedeur can add these things to his repertoire, if you will, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it could get any more dangerous, right? We're talking about a guy, and by the way, you see the zip? Hey, he heard y'all talking. Anyway, we're talking about a guy here, again, explosive plays, can stretch the field, can do different things, right? And if you're going to say, if you're going to criticize him, and the biggest criticisms about Shedeur coming out of last season, obviously drifting in the pocket, takes too many sacks, right? And then obviously this mindset that he won't take what the defense gives to him. Well, here he is, getting through his progressions quickly, making a decision quickly, right? Instead of we might see a Shedeur that, hey, let's make something big happen. In Shedeur Sanders' own words, I want to throw a dog a bone. Instead, what does he do? He doesn't drift. He works the pocket. And again, this is on air, nothing big, but again, perfect to see that. Hey, look, I'm. These are small mindset changes that are going to allow him to keep. Yeah, I know, baby Tinks. They're going to allow him to keep things alive and keep things moving. So it's a beautiful thing to see there. Now, I want to see it on a little bit more of a high level play here. Now, I told y'all, what did I tell you? Look, Tings don't know everything about football, but I told you Shedeur in the red zone's money, and that boy too loves him a dig. He will hit a dig on the back. Actually, I don't even think this is a dig per se. His touchdown to Taylon Wallace. He threw a touchdown in the red zone to Taylon Wallace. That was a dig. But this is also a great play here. And Coach Riesland says, look, Sanders to Lavarden down in the red zone. Really nice job with the footwork and eyes off the jet play action. Sanders worked from his left to his right, then found Lavarden on the dig. Wait, hey, even when I'm wrong, I'm right. You feel me? I told you they call Shedeur Johnny likes the digs. I need a better one. Instead of Johnny Depp, Johnny Dig. I don't know. We're gonna lab that one. That boy loves to hit a dig. He loves killing the intermediate part of the field. He's not afraid to do it. He's not afraid to stretch the field, but he's also not afraid to do what a lot of young quarterbacks are afraid to do is throw over those linebackers. It gets a little nerdy in there, gets a little dirty in there. When you got those mitts up in the air, two is able to see it was a really good anticipation. So let's watch it. Look, as Coach Riesland says, good play action here. And again, we're taking this step by step because again, we're talking about what they don't want to talk about, what they're not talking about. Remember when that viral video? Hey, Tings don't forget stuff, dog. Y'all lucky Tings ain't petty because I could be, you know what I'm saying? Because I'll be remembering. All right. And what I remember was when the Deshaun Watson and Shedeur, they're just doing a little drill. They were doing play action. They were doing a little toss thing. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, Deshaun's fake toss." I mean, that's how a professional fake tosses the football right on air. I mean, that's real football. And I'm just like, dog, can we please wait until something's going on? Now that real football, or at least close to real football, is happening, Shedeur gets praised for a really good fake and carrying out the jet motion. And look where and how and when this ball gets out. Look at what, forget it. So he just did a play action. The footwork, and it takes really good feet to be able to get this play action off, step up, work left to right. He's got his play action. He's dropped 1, 2, 3. He's in the pocket. He's reading left. Now he's right now. You see his head? I don't know if you can see it down there. He hears, he's snapped. Now he's at the middle of the field. Now he's reading the middle of the field. What he's seeing is, okay, this option might be a little covered up, right here behind 42. But then, as 2 is known to do, he sees space. He says, oh, I have a dig coming here. Now, Gage isn't open yet. You've got Justin Jefferson dropping down in this little zone, right? And by the way, shout out Mr. Jefferson. He's been getting some first team reps at linebacker, 3rd round pick out of Alabama, 3rd, 4th round pick. Hey, you better watch out. JOK replacement. But Shedeur sees the space with his eyes, if I can find him, boom, and he released the video. He starts winding and releases the ball now in all this open space. And then the ball placement, right? When you talk about ball placement, it's not just about, hey, getting it there, where no one else can get it. It's also about, hey, what can they do with this football when he gets it up into the right, gets him out of the danger, doesn't lead him back where he can get smacked. Hey, put it out in front there. He can extend, run under this, and get some positive yards. I mean, hey, I would count that as a touchdown. If it was me, I would count that.
To believe out loud. Why you mad? Why you mad when we support Shedeur? Same faith, y'all show yours, we show too. They say calm down, say we doing too much, but belief look different when it come from us. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? It ain't worship, it's respect, that's true. Y'all call it passion when it look like you, but when it look like us, it's an issue too. Why belief only valid when it fit they face? We see greatness early, y'all say wait your place. If he confident, now he arrogant, but cocky turned to leader. If the skin changed, every fan base allowed to dream loud. Paint they face, scream proud in the crowd, but when we say that's him, now it's bias. Funny how belief only logic when it ain't us. They say keep it football, but never do. Soon as we speak facts, it's uncomfortable truth. We don't need permission to see what we see. Black intuition being elite, that's history. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? Same faith, y'all show yours, we show too. They say calm down, say we doing too much, but belief look different when it come from us. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? It ain't worship, it's respect, that's true. Y'all call it passion when it look like you, but when it look like us, it's an issue too. Let's be clear, this ain't just about those. It's the system mad, we won't sit quiet no more. Quarterback with confidence, raised to expect, not begging for approval, not starving for respect. We seen this movie, different names, same plot. Soon as black folks rally, they say tone it down. But hype for years, if it's somebody else, we gotta prove twice just to equal they self. They say stop making it racial, but listen, if it wasn't, why the anger, why the tension? If our voice didn't matter, y'all wouldn't react. Truth is hardest when it's wrapped in facts. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? Same faith, y'all show yours, we show too. They say calm down, say we doing too much, but belief look different when it come from us. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? If it wasn't power, wouldn't bother you. We just see what we see and stand on. If that make you mad, well imagine that. It ain't hate, it ain't blind loyalty. It's recognition, it's community. We know what pressure look like every day, so when we see one stand tall, we relate. They mad cause we don't wait for headlines. We don't need experts to validate mine. We don't whisper belief, we declare. The level of certainty scare them right there. Support ain't a crime, pride ain't a sin. We just tired of letting them move the pen. So we speak, we post, we stand on truth. If that bother you, ask yourself who's who. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? Same faith, y'all show yours, we show too. They say calm down, say we doing too much, but belief look different when it come from us. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? If it wasn't power, wouldn't bother you. We just see what we see and stand on that. If that make you mad, well imagine that. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? It was never just football. Why you mad when we support Shedeur? It was always about who's allowed to believe out loud. Why you mad?